Japan is a country rich in culture, tradition, and stories that stretch back thousands of years. But beneath the surface of this serene landscape lies a darker world, one filled with mysterious urban legends. Today, we're going to uncover the top 10 Japanese urban legends that will send shivers down your spine. So, dim the lights and get ready, because these stories are not for the faint of heart. Our first legend is perhaps one of the most famous in Japan, Kuchisake Onna, or the slit-mouthed woman. The story goes that she was once a beautiful woman, but after a terrible incident, her mouth was horribly disfigured. Now she roams the streets at night wearing a mask, approaching people with one simple question: am I beautiful? If you answer wrong, you might not like the outcome. Kuchisake Onna has become an infamous figure in Japanese horror, and her story even sparked panic in Japan during the late 1970s. Some say she's still out there, so be careful when walking alone at night. Next up is Teki Tex, the legend of a vengeful spirit who lost the lower half of her body in a tragic train accident. According to the story, she now drags herself across the ground, using her arms to pull her upper body forward. Her name comes from the eerie teek-teek sound she makes as she moves. If you're unlucky enough to encounter her, she'll ask you if you know where her legs are. And if you can't answer, well, let's just say you might join her in the afterlife. The teek-teek story is a reminder of how some urban legends can come from tragic events, and how they continue to haunt those who hear them. Imagine you're in a public restroom and suddenly you hear a voice ask you, red paper or blue paper? This is the choice presented by the ghost of a man who haunts public bathrooms, Aoi Mento. If you choose red paper, it's said you'll meet a gruesome fate, and if you choose blue, something equally as bad could happen. The only way to survive this encounter? Some say you must refuse both options and simply walk away. So next time you're in a restroom late at night, make sure to watch out for Aoi Manto. This urban legend started as a story shared online and quickly became an internet mystery. It's about a girl who boards a train late at night, only to find herself at a mysterious station called Kisaragi Station. When she tries to leave, strange and creepy events unfold, leaving her trapped in an unknown place. The story of Kisaragi Station is still talked about in Japanese horror forums, and some believe it's more than just a tale. Could Kisaragi Station be a real place existing somewhere in the shadows of Japan's railway system? Every school in Japan has heard of the infamous Hanako-san. She's the ghost of a young girl who is said to haunt the third stall in school bathrooms. If you knock 3 times and ask, "Hanako-san, are you there?" you might just hear her faint voice reply, "Yes, I am." What happens next depends on who you ask. Some say she'll drag you into the toilet, while others claim she'll simply vanish. Hanako-san is a story shared by schoolchildren all over Japan, and even today, it's enough to give anyone pause before entering a bathroom alone. Oiwa-san is one of Japan's most tragic and famous ghost stories. Her tale originates from a kabuki play called Yotsuya Kaidan, and it's said that Oiwa was a loyal wife who was betrayed by her husband. After being poisoned and disfigured by him, she died in agony, but her spirit didn't rest. Oiwa's ghost returned to seek revenge on those who wronged her. Many believe that her story has cursed every adaptation of the play, leading to mysterious accidents and tragedies for the cast and crew. Oiwa-san's vengeful spirit continues to haunt Japanese folklore, and some say that her curse lives on to this day. It's a reminder that betrayal and vengeance can have consequences that transcend death. In the digital age, not even the internet is safe from urban legends. The Red Room Curse is a story that takes place online. According to the legend, if you visit certain websites, a pop-up will appear asking, "Do you like the Red Room?" If you ignore it, strange things begin happening. Your computer freezes, eerie sounds play, and eventually, the curse takes hold. The Red Room is said to be the final place you'll see before you meet a mysterious fate. This legend taps into our modern fears of the unknown lurking behind our computer screens. So, be careful which links you click on next. Some of Japan's oldest buildings are said to have a dark secret, hitobashira, or human pillars. According to legend, in ancient times, people were sometimes buried alive within the walls or foundations of structures to protect them from disasters. Their spirits, it's said, continue to haunt these places, ensuring the building's safety or seeking revenge. While there's little evidence to prove these stories, the idea of hitobashira still sends chills down the spine, especially when visiting old temples and castles where these legends are said to have originated. The Okiku doll is a famous legend about a doll that seems to have a life of its own. The story goes that a young girl named Okiku owned the doll, but after her untimely death, the doll's hair began to grow, as if Okiku's spirit had taken residence within it. The doll is still on display today in a temple in Hokkaido, and the caretakers claim that its hair continues to grow despite being cut regularly. The Okiku doll is one of Japan's most famous haunted objects, drawing visitors who are both fascinated and spooked by its mysterious presence. Our final urban legend is the Joragumo, a spider spirit that can shapeshift into a beautiful woman. The Joragumo lures her victims into her web by pretending to be a helpless bride or damsel in distress. Once trapped, there's no escape. This legend is often told in areas with dense forests, warning travelers to be careful of who they trust when wandering through the woods. The Joragumo is a tale of deception and danger, reminding us that not everything or everyone is as they seem. And there you have it, 10 of Japan's most spine-tingling urban legends. From the slit-mouthed woman to the haunted Okiku doll, these stories continue to captivate and terrify people across Japan and beyond. Which one gave you the biggest chills? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales like this one. Until next time, beware what might be lurking in the shadows.